cell is a structural and functional unit of any living organism. It is the lowest level of organization to have all the characteristics of life. Generally, there are two types of cells: prokaryotic and eukaryotic. The prokaryotes, which are the monrans, are single-celled, while most of the eukaryotes, which are the protists, fungi, plants, and animals, are multicellular. Organisms in 5 out of 7 kingdoms are eukaryotic, including the kingdom Animalia.
If we created a typical animal cell, it might look something like this. Even though no specific animal cell looks exactly like this one, it contains features shared by most such cells.
The cell membrane. Both animal and plant cells are surrounded by a cell membrane that serves as a boundary to regulate the entrance and exit of molecules into and out of the cell. Certain molecules located within the membrane serve as receptors for chemical molecules such as hormones that influence the metabolism of the cell. Others are carriers that transport molecules across the membrane. Some animal and protozoan cells have this sticky outer layer anchored to the plasma membrane called glycocalyx. Glycocalyces help animal cells stick to each other and protect cells from dehydration. This layer is not present in cells that have a cell wall, the cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is the living substance outside the nucleus and is the executive center in which the directives of the nucleus are carried out. But although the nucleus primarily controls, it also executes many directives of the cytoplasm. A vital reciprocal interdependence binds the nucleus and the cytoplasm, the endoplasmic reticulum. The endoplasmic reticulum, composed largely of lipids and proteins, is a network of exceedingly fine double membranes that traverse all regions of the cytoplasm, and is continuous with the plasma membrane and the nuclear membrane. Sometimes, the membranes of the endoplasmic reticulum are lined on their outer surfaces by small particles called ribosomes. In which case, the ER is spoken as rough or granular. When no ribosomes line the membranes, the ER is described as smooth or agranular. The Golgi body. The Golgi body. These consist of a membrane delimited vesicles arranged approximately parallel to each other. These organelles apparently function in the packaging, storage and distribution of cellular secretion products. The mitochondria. Mitochondria are rod-like or filamentous organelles constructed predominantly of lipids and proteins. Moreover, mitochondria have other important functions. They help to control the amount of water, calcium, and other organic ions in the cytoplasm. They are involved in the breakdown of sugars, fatty acids and amino acids. Thus they release potential energy from these compounds and recycle many substances. The ribosomes. Ribosomes are smallest cell structures visible under the electron microscope. Ribosomes contain RNA and the enzymes required in the manufacture of proteins. The lysosomes. Lysosomes are tiny membrane-bounded sacs or globules containing high concentration of digestive enzymes. Lysosomes thus play the role in various normal decomposition processes taking place in a cell. It is also known that simultaneous disruption of many, or all lysosomes, brings about rapid digestive dissolution and death of a cell. The centrioles. The centrioles are a pair of small hollow, cylindrical structures, usually oriented at right angles to one another, located just outside the nucleus of most animal cells, in a region of spialized cytoplasm. They play a special role in animal cell division. Vacuoles. Membrane-enclosed, fluid-filled spaces called vacuoles are found in both animal and plant cells. Various kinds of vacuoles with a corresponding variety of functions are present. In some protozoa, specialized vacuoles called contractile vacuoles play an important role in expelling excess water and some wastes from the cell. Other cells also possess food vacuoles, chambers that contain food particles. The nucleus. Within the cells of most organisms, the largest and one of the most conspicuous structural areas is the nucleus, the control center of the cell. The nucleus plays a central role in cellular reproduction. It also plays a role in conjunction with the environment, in determining what sort of differentiation a cell will undergo and what form the cell will exhibit at maturity. Nucleus directs the activities of the living cell, the nucleolus. The nucleolus is generally spherical body composed largely of protein and RNA. Nucleoli are produced by chromosomes and they participate in the process of protein synthesis within cells. The chromosomes are the main nuclear organelles. These are elongate, thread-like bodies clearly visible only when the cell is undergoing division. They are composed of nucleic acids and protein joined into complexes called nucleoproteins. Peroxisomes. These vesicles, derived from the endoplasmic reticulum, contain enzymes, such as oxidase and catalase, that break down dangerous free radicals and hydrogen peroxide. The cytoskeleton. The primary types of fibers comprising the cytoskeleton are microfilaments, microtubules, and intermediate filaments. Microfilaments are fine, thread-like protein fibers composed predominantly of a contractile protein called actin, which is the most abundant cellular protein. Microfilaments' association with the protein myosin is responsible for muscle contraction. Microfilaments can also carry out cellular movements including gliding, contraction, and cytokinesis. Microtubules are cylindrical tubes composed of subunits of the protein tubulin. These subunits are termed alpha and beta. Microtubules act as a scaffold to determine cell shape, and provide a set of tracks for cell organelles and vesicles to move on. Microtubules also form the spindle fibers for separating chromosomes during mitosis. When arranged in geometric patterns inside flagella and cilia, they are used for locomotion. Intermediate filaments provide tensile strength for the cell.